Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Turin and good evening. You know, while waiting in the backstage, a certain number was on my mind, 5. It's amazing how connected the 500 is to the number 5. Think of it, the original 500 was launched exactly 55 years ago, 4th of July. The second chapter was then opened here in Turin 5 years ago. And today, we will actually open the 5 doors of the 500L. Now, one more word about our setting today. This place is locally called the Officine Grandi Riparazioni. And we chose it a little bit because of its dual meaning. For young people, it's definitely the cool place to party and have fun. But for most of the Italians, it is also a landmark, a symbol of modern Italy. Because in this very location, Italy built the trains that brought a country together. Here you are. It's exactly like the 500, a car that united Italy and is now the icon of a new generation. For us also, the 500 has been the symbol of a new beginning. And for the public, maybe even for you, a new point of view on Fiat, beyond, if I may, the wall of skepticism we had at the time. Well, the 500 is our baby, and growing up, the baby saw the birth of 2 siblings, the convertible and the airbath. Growing up, the 500 also went to school, studied and graduated. It's actually at the top of the class in ecology, CO2 and consumption. Growing up, it went out to meet the world and became truly global. Picture this, 2 out of 3 are sold outside Italy. Clearly, the most recent success comes from America. Look at the slide. Look at how over the last 9 months, our awareness has increased almost 400%. And look at the sales. We have been in the country for 1 year only, and today we already lead the segment. Well, little by little, our baby immigrant is making its way to the US. Our kid has grown, learned, and traveled. Our 500 has grown so much that it actually will soon reach 1 million sold. It has grown just like those other kids. Not sure if you remember, it was for the launch of the 500 5 years ago. Well, we met those kids again and talked about cars. And this has been really great because, you know, children live in the future, they grow, and their dreams grow with them. So we have added an L to the 500, L for large. Because our vision for the Fiat brand is larger than what you may think. Because things are not always as they seem. Like the wall behind me. It's not just a bare wall. It's more than that. It's a story of people, the people who built the industrial foundations of this country, the story of a city, the city where the first Italian automobile was born, where the 500 was born, and where today it becomes large. Large to broaden our vision, large to tear down the wall that prevents us from seeing. everything okay? All still in one piece? Okay, yeah, I know we made a bit of a mess, but the perspective is different, don't you think? Because today, 500L is changing some perspectives, some paradigms. Capable can also be cool. Capable is actually cool, because as our kids would say, growing up is cool. Let's face it, the European customer ideally wants a car around 4 meters, because it's a perfect size to park, a perfect size for city traffic, and that's exactly why the 500L measures around 4 meters. To be precise, 4 meters 15. But the 500L is about more than just size. It's about making the most of space with only 8 centimeters more. I mean, this more than a traditional B segment. The 500L comfortably fits 5 passengers, 2 meter tall, plus there's 5 suitcases. Look at this. This is space efficiency, the best ratio between size and load capacity, best in class. 500L is large in roominess, but large also in functionality and flexibility. The interior space has no less than 1,500 configurations. I know, you'd love me to describe them one by one, but for today, I'd rather focus on the 4 I really use every day. The first one is what many of you call the IKEA test. The picture behind me, I think, speaks for itself. 500L can carry anything up to a length of 2 meters 40. Let me put it this way. You can carry an object large as a fridge and still have room for 1 passenger and luggage. This, again, is nothing less than best in class. The second configuration I call the businessman test. The front passenger seat falls down and creates a working space for, example, a laptop. Now, the third is a bit more personal. I call tested by Guillaume, Arnaud, and Nicolas, my 3 sons, all different ages. So Guillaume is the oldest. He's a typical teenager, you know, when boys are all legs and arms. Arnaud is in the middle. He loves sports and never leaves home without his gym bag, ball, skateboard, and so on. Nicolas, the youngest, is always hungry and still sits in a child seat. Well, all of them different, but as you can see on the picture, all of them perfectly comfortable. There's room for Guillaume's legs with the seat pushed back. Space for Arnaud's stuff behind the other seat pushed forward. And Nicolas can comfortably enjoy his snacks. So fourth and last test, at least for tonight, is the shopping test. The trunk can be adjusted to 3 levels to separate fragile objects from heavy ones, dirty objects from clean ones, and bulky objects from small ones. And because those kids have a mum, all this interior space is incredibly organized with compartments everywhere you need. 22 compartments to be exact. Okay, so far I've been focusing a lot on the L side of the 500L, the rational side, the capable side, which is right. Look at the logo. The L is designed as a kind of a mathematical exponent to the 500. The L that elevates the 500 spirit to a higher dimension. Because yes, 500 above all is an icon for emotion, for style. You know, to make a capable car takes automotive expertise, but to make it beautiful and at the same time to make it cool, this takes a designer with an Italian touch.